This game, I can't follow through
Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. Cincinnati Bengals.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the inner harbor of Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoy...
Seems like we're just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin.
Damn, I forgot to do it again. I'm not defensive.
Now to take over.
Yeah, defensive.
And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And I've got right now just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions.
No, 2 touchdown passes.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. On play action, it's Brady. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd inches.
That's not going to get him a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Brady now on first down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Cincinnati. I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Down, it's Gurley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. For his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Oh, boy, this isn't what you want to see. That's Todd Gurley, folks. Down on the field still. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Brady now to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. A run here with Dearness Johnson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. From the gun, Brady. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I also think they're trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Bengals 3, Ravens nothing.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done for deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. And they'll be led out by a 2nd-round pick back in April out of Oklahoma by way of Alabama. It's Jalen Hurts.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass. So he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Hurts is going to try and run. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, 1st down. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
Hurts going to keep it again. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and we're seeing it here in the 1st quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted him out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. From the gun, Brady caught left side, Hopkins, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The receiving numbers for Hopkins a week ago. 7 catches, 108 for the yardage, and the score, too.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete, and they get him down, but now before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 on that one, and a first down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After 1 on EA Sports. Second and 11. From the gun, Brady. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from Hard. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Brady on 3rd down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. This is taken at about the 14. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8. At the 20.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've got the lead here as they start out 1st and 10, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week. That came at the hands of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Operating from the gun, Brady going deep for Hopkins. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Jake Vacuda. And they run it out. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 of his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Baltimore with good starting field field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a 2nd one, that's on you. And if there's a 3rd one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense. He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Jet sweep to start the drive. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hopkins. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he's got a Bengals 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run here with Evans. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Evans. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the 1st. The completion good for the 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, take him totally out of the game.
We've said it many times, Charles, when you have weapons like this at the wide receiver position, just get them the football any way that you can, and here it's in the run game.
And that was an example of catching a team off guard because it really paid off for them. They weren't ready for that at all. I know they weren't ready to try and catch him because once he hit full stride, that was going to turn into a big play, and it did.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Throwing is Hurts. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the...
And he's going to be swallowed up, sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Shotgun now for Brady. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 46 yards on the break. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Second down, here's Hurts. And he finds his tight end, Graham. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Hurts sets up to throw it. He can run for it, and he will. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. First down now, but the clock continues to move. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. It's a gain of a couple on what should be the final carry of half number one. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And in the second quarter, it is the Eagles who are out in front. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Matt Ryan has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see there, it's the visiting LA Rams who have the lead in that one. Jared Goff has thrown a touchdown pass. In the game you're watching, it's who else? Tom Brady with a strong first half. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find a way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
A give. This is Chubb, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
First and 10, it's Hurts. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. And they'll run the option here with Hurts. The 20, and he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 37 yards. Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
And to anyone who gets concerned when they see a quarterback running with the football, you just let him be himself. Let him be him. And I guess what you'd say there is hard to hit when that you can't catch.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Gain on the play. Second and 10. At the Bengals' 12-yard line.
Here's the third-year man from Oregon. It's Royce Freeman. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Hurts. That's out to Chubb, complete. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, forced the double up to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call it a game.
A gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it a 2nd down. From the gun, Brady. He's got Denzel Mims, the rookie from Baylor. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
He's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
On the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And a crossover out of bounds right at the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Handoff comes to Chubb. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Down at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
This type of running back, I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now Chubb. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And left side here, it's Graham. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Makes it 3rd and 5.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Rashard Lawrence drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Vinatieri's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3 set. We still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but a second field goal now makes it a 6-3 score.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would call this the definition of winning ugly. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm a defender, right? I love these kind of games. The tension is high. Who's going to make the play to win it? And right now, that field goal may be the advantage they need.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. And now this pass brought in by Brown. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Brady. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Brady now on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it. Unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle the contact, but in this hey, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Sanders has it over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 yards there, and back by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
32-yard line.
On the option, it will be Hurts. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats show him reaching at a top speed of 20 miles an hour. On the carry, it's Chubb. Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive 1st down plays.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
2nd down, here's an option right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. The 40, 20. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the 2nd half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble.
Yeah, full coffee. Yeah.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point.
Man gave him now, but I don't need it. I'm trying to give him that.
And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. So not only the cough, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a
It's been
touchdown.
used before, though. I can tell you how it's bad. Yeah, I know.
So here's the
It's
kick.
not brand new, like you said.
Following the fumble return for a
But,
score.
well, he lied.
Now it's
Not
Wilson.
typical. Not typical. Well, it will be walking for it, too.
I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Raekwon Davis in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Calvin Chason. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So now it may look bleak, but this one not over. They do have all 3 timeouts.
Even at this point on the field, where it looks like, you're really backed up, hold them to a field goal. That's the mantra right now. You hold them to a field goal. You still got a chance to take care of business on the other end, but you're right. The 3 timeouts are going to be key. How well they use them to preserve clock as well as stopping them, that's the key to giving them a chance to win.
first down with Evans. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll go again here with Evans. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. To throw is Brady. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Todd Gurley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a Bengals score. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The return man, Wilson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence. If they just get their assignments down, they get in sync with their runners, and off they win.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So it goes as a complete. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Rashard Lawrence in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Throw left side complete. It's Graham. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You can't tell somebody's in there with door closed?
Back to throw.
One time the door was closed.
Battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but
I like where we're going with this. You say one to represent like the best player of all that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for the Bengals, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.